Hello everyone, and welcome to Current Affairs Economics Based Lectures. This is my Current Affairs Economics lecture number 8 with you. I know we are meeting after a long time. Hope that you all are doing well and you are keeping yourself updated with both the basics and the current affairs. Now, something new has happened in the economy. And what is that new thing? So, the 3 farm laws that the government had enacted under Atmanirbhar Bharat package, they have been repealed. I actually had not planned to conduct a current affairs lecture based on agriculture because I felt that agriculture is being taken care of in different forums. For example, you are attending lectures, you are reading textbooks, you are reading newspapers. You also watched my economic survey video based on agriculture. So I thought agriculture is fine with you guys. But when the new development happened, where the government of India repealed the 3 farm laws and there is a new demand of making MSP the legal right, I thought that this is a very interesting topic for UPSC mains, essay, interview and a few questions in prelims also. So I created a lecture for you taking agriculture as a theme, where our focus will not be the 3 farm laws, but our focus will be overall functioning of agriculture in India with a focus on MSP as the legal right. That is what we are going to discuss today. Critically analyze the efficacy of legalizing MSP in India. This is the question which I find to be slightly tricky. So we will attempt to answer this question. That's your answer. So legalizing MSP, 2 aspects. One is expected benefit, one is expected challenges. Now, as I told you that be smart in the exam. It's not only because of your content, but also because of your presentation, you will be given good marks. So why? Because UPSC is not looking for encyclopedia. UPSC is looking for future policy makers. And policy makers should be very smart and know how to play with words. Because tomorrow you will create government documents and files for the government. You will create committee reports. In fact, you will be the head of the committees. So you have to be very, very smart about the words that you use. Never promise something to the country which you can't deliver. So what will you write in legalizing MSP? If you are the committee head and if you have to create a report, always write as an IS officer that okay, these are the benefits that we expect, so that nobody will question you. And in terms of challenges also, don't write that these are the negative things which will happen. No, say that we expect these things might happen. All right. So what are the expected benefits, guys? Now you will find it to be very easy. The first one, the gap between income of the farmer and the trader will come down. What did I tell you? That when a farmer goes to mandi, the farmer sells the crop at 20 rupees and under the commission agent, etc., the powerful people, they sell the crop at 50 rupees. Who keeps that 30 rupees? The traders, the commission agents. So the farmers are getting 20, somebody is getting 50, huge gap. So the farmer is here economically and the traders are here. Huge gap between, 2 people. So when there is huge gap in the income, there is inequality in the society. And your GS paper 4 says that for social justice, inequality should be minimum, isn't it? So this is one way to promote social justice and equity in the society. Fine, this is one extra point which you should write. Now, there is one more point, the expected benefits. Now see, this point I deliberately wrote for you because many of the economists and experts are saying these things on TV debates and in newspaper I have heard. So I said, okay, I'll also teach this point. So what is happening is, think about it. So suppose that you are a farmer. Assume that you are a farmer. You are here. Now, suppose I am a private party, which means I am an industrialist who converts, let's say, potatoes into potato chips, and you are a farmer with potatoes. I will come to you and I'll say, sorry, I won't pay you minimum support price. I will pay you 10 rupees, 20 rupees for your potatoes. If you are a farmer, what will you do? If MSP is legal, you will say, wait, I'm going to sell this to the government and I'll complain to the government that you are not paying me 50 rupees. I'll say, you can't complain because I have just verbally said I will not buy it. I am not writing anything. I'll not buy it. It's my wish, my money, my wish. So if you are a farmer, you'll say, okay, then keep waiting for your potatoes. I'm going to sell it to the government. So you are a farmer, you will sell it to the Food Corporation of India. At what price? 50 rupees. Now, Food Corporation of India is not a fool. Food Corporation of India knows that MSP is legal, and these industrialists, they did not pay MSP to the farmers. Food Corporation of India paid the MSP. Now, Food Corporation of India would store the potatoes in their warehouse and cold storage, which means some money charges will be incurred. They're going to spend some money in storage and transportation. So, Food Corporation of India will add that amount in the MSP. So, if the MSP is 60 rupees, 50 rupees, Food Corporation of India will add 20 rupees to it, transportation and storage charge. It becomes 70. Now, Food Corporation of India, after 2 months, will sell the same crop potatoes in the open market at 60 and 70 rupees. And these industrialists who were waiting for Food Corporation of India to dump the crops at 10 rupees, it will not happen. Because even Food Corporation of India knows that these people are waiting for that only. So there is a way in which Food Corporation of India can remove this small practice by putting something extra on MSP and then dumping it in the market and telling the traders buy it. Because if you don't buy it, no problem, because we have all the potatoes of the country. If you don't buy it from us, where will you go? Right? So what message is Food Corporation of India sending to the traders? Don't play this game with the farmers. So if you are a trader, would you wait for Food Corporation of India now? Because if you wait for Food Corporation of India will sell you the potatoes at MSP plus something more than MSP. You will not wait, you will say, okay, fine, I'm going to pay the MSP only. Alright, so this is a benefit which might happen, but looks very difficult, but in theory it might happen. So in the exam you have to write that this can be a good method. Fine. Okay. Now, I told you that 86% of the farmers in India are small and marginal. They are poor. Don't you think that you should take care of the poor farmer by giving them at least some money so that their basic needs, health, education, their own clothing, etc., they can take care of those basic needs of life? Yes. How will you make sure that farmers take care of their basic needs of life? By ensuring at least basic income. MSP can be that basic income. We are using very simple social justice kind of argument. All right, that is the point. Now, I told you a point when we started the lecture that 86% of the farmers in India are small and marginal, and the government record says that if a farmer is small, he or she takes more loans. So if you look at the farmers who take more loans in India, you will see more loans are being taken by small and marginal farmers, which means they are always in debt. If they are in debt and they are not able to return the money, these are the farmers who will commit suicide, because it also affects their self-respect. After a point of time, when they are not able to return the money, how will they take fresh loans? So they take loans from the banks, they are not able to return the money, which means banks will not give them loan now. So where will they go? Zamindars, money lenders in the village. There they take loans and there they are exploited. So they are exploited by the banking system, they are exploited by the zamindari system and the village money lenders. So if I'm a poor farmer, I am exploited at both the ends, I'll commit suicide. After a point of time, where will I go? I have already used two systems. I am being exploited, I have no other option. So we are saying that MSP can at least ensure that the debt of the farmer over next 5-10 years would start to come down. Alright, so farmers can come out of the debt trap. So will they necessarily come out of the debt trap? We don't know. It's a big country. Even if you legalize MSP, I mean, is there a guarantee that Government of India will buy all the crops from all the farmers? Impossible. Fiscal deficit issue, plus storage problems. These are the challenges. But expectation is it will always lead to reduction in debt in the long term. Alright, what are the expected challenges? See, did we use the word criticism? Criticism of MSP? No. So I never prefer to use these words, because the moment you use the word criticism, sometimes it sends a message to the examiner that this question was not asking about criticism only. This question was asking what is the use and what are the challenges. So why is the candidate only focusing on criticism? Where is the challenge? Criticism is a very highly negative, looks like a very negative word. Avoid using it. Call it as challenge. So see, can I tell you some basic microeconomics? Tell me something. If you are a producer and you are cultivating rice, if I am the government and if I assure you that your minimum price that you will get from the market, legal minimum price, is 50 rupees a kg for your rice. And for other crops, I'm not giving you any legal minimum because MSP is only given for 22, 23 crops. So I'm assuring you for 23 crops, you'll get very good prices. What will you do? Will you overproduce those crops where you are getting more prices? Yes. So there is a tendency of overproduction of some crops, underproduction of others. Is it already happening? Yes. Will it happen more? Yes. So distortion will happen more. I'm not saying today there is no distortion. Today there is distortion. That will double. That is the first point. All right. Now, if MSP is legal for 23 crops, don't you think Food Corporation of India will be forced to offer MSP for all the 23 crops, and they will have to go to the farmers and they will have to procure whatever the farmer gives? Now, when the FCI procures a lot of crops, storage facility can't be created in one day. You need land, you need government permissions, you need so many things for infrastructure creation. So warehouse and cold storage is missing. I'm Food Corporation of India. MSP is legal. I am procuring a lot. What will I do? Where will I store? No place. So what will I do? I will sell it before monsoon at any price I get in the market, which means same cycle of traders exploiting the system starts. Why did the FCI, why would Food Corporation of India, after legalizing MSP, sell the crops at lower prices? Because they don't have a place to store. What will they do? That's the question. And no country in the world can create warehouse and cold storage in a month or 2 months. Impossible. All right? That is their compulsion. Absolutely. And to attract private sector, you need to give them a lot of incentives, which means it's a long-term method. So when you legalize MSP for quite some time, 1 year, 2 years, you will face this problem. Be ready for this challenge. Am I calling MSP as corrupt system? I'm just pointing out these are the challenges, and we as policymakers, when we appear in the mains, we should write them as an expected challenge. Don't use the word corruption, etc. In this point, not required. In fact, did you notice that we have not used the word, we have not written the word corruption anywhere on the board? Yes, we have not. Stay away from it. Call it a problem of the system. Don't use the word over and again. Don't use the word corruption a lot, because then it would show that you don't understand the concept. You are hiding behind the word corruption all the time. So many times when we don't understand the concept, we use the word corruption, that MSP will lead to more corruption. How? So don't write such points. Huh? Okay. So there is one more point here, which is like saying that currently the government of India is trying to promote the farmers to sell their products at multiple places. Sell it to warehouse, cold storage, etc., directly to industries. But if MSP is made legal, so what would happen? Are you motivating the farmers to sell their products in different markets, or are you motivating the farmers to keep waiting for FCI? And the farmers would know that it's legal, so FCI would have to buy it. I don't need to explore other markets, which means the development of other markets would be dented. And you should not depend only on one market. You should always diversify. Diversification would stop. All right. So that could be one of the problems. What is this point? So this point I have already explained to you. You remember I told you a unique point today, that suppose he is a farmer. There is a private trader. Suppose MSP is legal. But this private trader tells the farmer, I won't buy your crop at MSP. So I won't give anything in writing, but I won't buy it. Farmer says, no problem, I'll sell my crop to FCI at 50 rupees. Now Food Corporation of India, when they buy a lot of crops, legal MSP, they have to buy it. So there is over procurement and monsoon is coming. No place to store the crops. What will the FCI do? Sell it, 20 rupees. This guy becomes rich. What is this called as? It is like giving subsidy to private traders. So indirect agricultural subsidy, can we afford that? Who should get the subsidy? If at all you have to give subsidy, these are the people who should give subsidy. Why should they get the subsidy? This is the problem of the system. Did the media highlight this point ever? They won't. These are the problems. Did the Hindu newspaper talk about it? No, they did not. How did they miss this point? I still wonder. So the next point is MSP. If you give legal MSP to the crops, it might put a lot of pressure on inflation. So for example, you would have a tendency that the general price level in the economy would go up. So if the agricultural products become costly, industrial products would also become costly. If milk becomes costly, butter, cheese, they would also become costly. The products that you buy from restaurant, cafe, they would also become costly. Which means that there is a very high chance that if RBI is trying to control inflation in the economy, RBI always tries to control inflation within a range, Monetary Policy Committee targets. So RBI is trying to control inflation within 6%, within 4%. Ideally, RBI hovers around 4%. But in this case, if your MSP is legalized and prices are starting to go up, then inflation will breach its target. Now, you know that if RBI is not able to maintain inflation target, they are summoned by the parliament and they have to give reply to the parliament that why is the inflation increasing? What reason will RBI give in this case of MSP? No reason. RBI will say, what will I do? Government will say, no, but it's your job. Fighting starts. So, your fault, country gone. Right? Next one. So you know this point already, so I will not waste your time by over speaking about this point, that in case of MSP, if you legalize MSP, there are some crops where MSP is very high. There are some crops where MSP is not very high. So in those crops where MSP is very high and the farmers are used to producing those crops, they'll keep on producing it even more. More rice, more wheat. What happens to the soil nutrition? Soil nutrients gone. Alkalinity in the soil increases. Soil quality deteriorates. That's the point. There is one emotional point here also. So I thought all the points are about farmers. I will bring one point for private sector also. Because what if your examiner is right-minded person? Huh? If he is more of a capitalist kind of person, we don't know who will evaluate your answer. So you should give you should give something for everyone. What is this last point? Last point says that if government of India is going to make a promise to the farmers to legalize MSP, which it also means that now the private sector will also have to pay MSP to the farmers, because MSP would mean the price cannot be less than MSP in the market. So private sector is saying, I am not the government. Why are you dragging me in your policy and promises? So it's a promise by the government to the farmer, so stick to it. Why are you creating a policy of legalizing MSP where government is saying that even private sector has to pay MSP to buy the crop? If you buy at less than MSP, you will be put behind jail bars. Why? So private sector is saying, why are you making me behave like a government? I am not the elected government of India. Why are you forcing me for this? What is my fault? All right. So this is one aspect which the private sector has been raising, that private sector says, I will take care of farmer, but I am not the elected Prime Minister and President of India. Why should I? All right. So this is one point. So follow the content that I have given you. And in case you have any difficulty, you can reach to me and I'll solve your queries. In the meantime, keep revising from the handout and keep watching the upcoming current affairs videos. Thank you so much.